So yes, welcome back to the live action of My Dad, My Superstar Season 2, brought to you by Sportonics, One Team, One Dream. This is the day 5th and the match will be played between Cnms and Svkm'S Strikers and Petit Panthers. Certainly, in the meanwhile, we'll be having a big game, Strikers versus Panthers. But then suddenly this is a beautiful tournament once again brought to you live in YouTube by Team 7070, our media partners, and would like to thank our partners Jean-Claude Oliver, Team Regal, Brillo, our food and beverages partner Shiv Sagar, Trip XOXO, Hitachi, RK Mumbai Realtors, and Spectrum, where 6 teams will be clashing between each other and one team will be emerging as a champion. You can catch the live action on Sportonics app and follow us on Facebook and Instagram on Sportonics India, where else you can subscribe the YouTube channel Sportonics Global Network. Team Strikers winning the toss and electing to bat first. And for batting, it will be Mihir Shah and Jaideep who will be opening for Team Strikers, and Adil, once again the big man for Team Petit Panthers, to start the bowling. So this is the day 5th of My Dad, My Superstar Season 2 2020, brought to you by Sportonics event, and here we go. Let's place the call from the umpire. So once again a floodlight game back in the action here at the Somaya Cricket Ground in the heart of Mumbai. And with the bowling proceedings, Adil, the first ball that was played on the offside, not for any runs, and the big match. And the big man beyond the stumps, the wicketkeeper Sean, will be a display to watch the beauty once again. This time down the leg stump. That's the first run on the board in the form of extras for Team Strikers. Winning the toss and electing to bat first, Team Cnms and Svkm'S Strikers. Certainly they would be thinking around the score of 200, because the first match which Team Petit Panthers won, they won it comfortably by 9 wickets. This time again going around the off stump line, beyond it, and a white ball call. And in the first match it was Sarfaraz and Sean who made a big partnership of 190 runs, in which Sarfaraz scored around 101 runs and Sean was not out on 68. The first match which they played. This time a good comeback by Adil. Suddenly a bowler to watch for Team Petit Panthers in this match. Adil, once he gets his line and length tight, he will be bowling beautifully. But then it will be the pressure on the hands of Mihir and Jaideep to make runs for Team Strikers. Once again a swinging delivery. What a ball that was. Suddenly pitching outside the wide line, but then it came like an in cutter for the right hand batsman. So today we have noticed the pitch behaving like a naughty, sometimes getting in bounds, sometimes going in swing, out swing. And what a pitch this has been. Once again an incoming delivery, but then softly played, and a good call by Jaideep. Certainly first runs on the blade from the bat of the batsman. That was defensively played for a single. And Team Strikers would be thinking to strike as soon as possible, because they need to score some big runs, or else it will be Team Petit Panthers. We never know what can happen in the game of cricket, but certainly as a Sarfaraz and Sean and Team Petit Panthers have a good batting lineup, and if they pretend to restrict team strikers below 150, once again a good ball in the over, using the width of the ball beautifully, other in the middle, and captain showing the confidence in Adil for the first over, and certainly he has been in a good form for team strikers. For the last time in this over, that was drifting on the leg stump. There was an appeal, but then the batsman crossing their hands. It's been signaled as a leg byes by the umpire. First over completed. It's a 4 for team strikers. So yes, back in action. The second over will be bowled by Sachin for Team Petit Panthers. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar 2020. Certainly in the width of the offering for the batsman, but then a good piece of running by both the batsmen. Certainly they will be thinking to settle down in the openings, but then it will be a call from the bowlers to restrict the batsmen below 150, and if they do so, it will be a work done easy for Team Petit Panthers. But nevertheless, anything can happen in the game of cricket. A good widespread greenish outing in the field here at the ground, and some width to the offering for the bowlers from the pitch. The ball is remaining low on certain stances, but the batsmen need to be safe. They need to be thinking and make some shots in the middle. Team strikers this time again beating the outside edge. Water ball that was from Sachin. Right bang on the money for his captain. They have started to a slower reason, but then they will be looking for some runs in the middle. This time again leaving the ball outside the off-stump line, signaled as a white ball. One more extra to the offering for team strikers, and the score is 6 runs on the board. But then both the batsmen in the middle will have to play some sensible cricket. Once again playing defensively, not for any runs. That was a good length ball coming in for the batsman, and played defensively to the mid-off region, not for any runs. This time coming down the track, wanted to go for a big if, missing it completely. A good comeback by Sachin. A dot ball in the over once again, not giving away any room. The batsmen need to be calm, composed, and if they do so and click at the right time with the temperament and the technique, that's been played beautifully by Jaideep. The ball running down the fence for the first boundary in this innings. It's a boundary to end the second over. It's a 10 without a loss. Certainly that was played beautifully by Jaydeep. Getting in room, played beautifully. And the ball racing down the backward point region for a much needed boundary. That's the first boundary of the innings from Jaydeep Blade. Two overs completed and the score is 10 runs for team strikers, winning the toss and electing to bat first. They would be thinking to score around 190, 200. And both the batsmen in the middle, Mihir and Jaydeep. Now that's been played softly by Mihir. Second is the call. But then the batsman settling down for just a single. A good piece of a fielding there, not giving away any more runs. A single to start the over by Adil. Back in attack for the second time, bowling his second over of the spell. A good bowling run up from Adil. Will be bowling right arm over the wicket to the informed batsman Jaydeep and Mihir. Yesterday played beautifully for team strikers, and certainly some pressure on them to make some runs. This is a 20 over format game, 2020, under the floodlights of Somaya Cricket Ground, where the pitch certainly helped the bowler. Sometimes the ball swings, sometimes it remains low. It's a bowler friendly wicket. One more addition to the run in the form of extras. They won't mind strikers. It's a 12 on the board, and they have started with a good current run rate of around 5.54. But then they have to strike at the regular intervals, rotate the strike, keep the scoreboard tickling. Once again down the leg side, that's been called as a white ball. So certainly things currently not going the way team Petit Panthers would be thinking. But then a good team to watch how they play the cricket, how they come forward. They have the good batting line in the offering. Once again that's been flicked away. The ball is racing down, and once again that's a good shot from Jaydeep using the wrist beautifully. That's the second boundary from the blade of the bat from Jaydeep. Certainly it was a fuller length delivery bowled on the leg stumps using his wrist beautifully, Jaydeep, and scoring one more boundary to his individual score of 9 runs. The score moving on for team strikers to 17. So that's a good start. Team strikers will be thinking of once again an incoming delivery played softly towards the leg side region for a single. The score is 18. So as we say in the international cricket, the players and the batsmen, the high side batsmen, they go for the runs, but then they see the wickets. The importance is given to the wickets, how they play. This time a swinging delivery, and the ball races down the fence for a boundary. It's a no ball called above the waist high ball, and the ball passes the fence for a much needed boundary. Certainly that flew from the thickest outside edge towards the long leg region. But then it's a much needed runs for team strikers. 2.3 overs have been bowled. The score is at 23. Team strikers will be thinking to score the big score. And Mihir there in the middle using the full phase of the bat. Once again going for a big hit, missing it completely. There was an appeal for the leg before. But certainly it's a leg by call from the umpire. A good call from Jaideep. He was running towards the danger end. The score moving on to 24 runs. And certainly if they go so at the run rate of 10 runs, well, they could score around 200 to 240. But on the other hand, it will be team Panthers who would be thinking to restricting the strikers below 150 to 160. Nevertheless, what the score would be, the two openers in the middle for team Petit Panthers will be a display of cricket. This time again wanted to go for a big hit. Driven towards a long on, not for any runs. Once again, that's a call for the leg before. But then a good comeback by Adil. It's 3 overs completed, 24 for team strikers on the scoreboard. So it's Sachin back in attack for team Petit Panthers, and certainly team Cnms and Svkm'S strikers are off to a good start. They are going at the run rate of around 8 runs per over, and if they do so, well, that would help them to gain one more point in the tournament. This time driven beautifully, but then a good piece of a fielding there at the mid-off region. Certainly the field was set for that shot, but then a good piece of a fielding. It was firmly struck by Mihir Shah. And once again the winds blowing from the southern end. And what a ball that was, that kept low, beating the outside edge of the batsman to the keeper's hand, not for any runs. Sachin bowling his second over. He has conceded 6 runs till now. Once again going for a big drive, not missing it completely. And the ball goes on the offside for one more extra run. It's been signaled as a white ball. 25 on the scoreboard. 3.3 overs. Well, Mihir and Jaideep in the middle will be seriously looking for some runs. And a batsman to watch. Mihir is a kind of a batsman that once he gets settled down, he goes for the big shots. He's settling down, but then he has to be in form for team strikers. This time played softly, played on the offside region for a single. And back on strike will be Jaideep, who has hit a beautiful strokes, the good confident strokes in the middle. They are going at the current rate of 7.08. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar Season 2. This time didn't connect it properly. Straight to the hands of mid-on region on the 30-yard circle. As we can see, the wicket-keeper Sean, he is a key role. The opening batsman for Team Petit Panthers. An aggressive batsman to watch in the second innings. Will be interesting whether who comes to open the innings with Sean, but certainly it was a Sarfaraz in the first match. The man who scored a century. This time a short pitch delivery, a good comeback by Sachin. To end the over, 4 overs completed. It's 26 on the scoreboard for Team Strikers. So yes, after the 4 overs, winning the toss and electing to bat first, Team Strikers have got to a beautiful start. They have scored 26 runs in 4 overs, but then the batsmen need to settle in the middle, and it's a spin attack. I beg your pardon, it's a pace attack, the medium pace attack for Team Petit Panthers. And he starts off with a white ball. Rohan, the new bowler. So there's an extra runs to the offerings for Team Strikers. They won't mind it. This time played softly, not for any runs. A good comeback after giving away a wide run on the very first ball. But on the certain period of time, cricket has changed. First it was a test match, then it came to the 60 overs ODIs, then coming up to 50 overs, and now the best format of the cricket being referred the worldwide. It's a T20, and here we are with the Sportonics events, one team, one dream, presenting you the My Dad, My Superstar Season 2. This time again driven beautifully, straight to the fielder. Can that be her run out? A bit of a fumble in the middle. But then the batsman survives. That was a good throw. A cheeky single. And the score is 28. Certainly it was pitched on the widest delivery. Straight to the fielder. Aziz making no mistake. Had it been direct hit, that could have been a wicket. The batsman was slow on that moment. This time it's been scooped away. The ball is racing down towards the long leg region. There's a long chase for the fielder. But then good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. Certainly the score moving on to 30 runs. This is the first innings of this match, a T20 format. The most preferable format in today's world. And Team Petit Panthers would be thinking to restricting the strikers below 150, 160. Once again, a good piece of keeping by Sean. One more player to watch how he bats down the second innings, but then it will be Mihir and Jaideep in the middle for the first innings for Team Strikers. Once again, getting a thickish outside edge, falling short of the fielder. And the batsman cross over for a single run. So everything happening at the moment in the middle. It's a bowler friendly pitch, I would recommend. Something to watch out for the bowlers. If they stick to a line and length properly, certainly it would be game. So some disturbance for the batsman from the side screen region. And once again the bowler is ready to bowl. Rohan for the last time in this over, bowling his first over. This time signal as a white ball, one more extra. So certainly the extra runs coming in for Team Strikers then. It's a 32 on the board. A good healthy start by both the batsmen. This time driven back to the bowler's drive. The ball is in the air and the ball races down the boundary line. It's a boundary to end the over number 5. And certainly that was a good stroke from Mir's blade. Certainly that was an over-pitch delivery. Saw it coming and opening the face of the bat, played towards a long off region. There was no fielder stationed at there and the ball racing one bounce over the rope for a much needed boundary. It's 36 after 5 overs. So yes, here we go. The 5 overs completed and the score is 36 without a loss. So that's a good start by Team Strikers. Mihir not out on 12 runs, hitting 2 boundaries of 13 balls which he has faced and giving him the company. Jaideep Kohli hitting 2 boundaries each, facing 18 balls and scored 13 runs. 8 wides and 1 no ball have been scored. 5 overs, it's 36 for no loss. Team Strikers off to a good start. And I was recommending this man, Sarfaraz, comes to an attack. The 6th over. The man to watch in the second innings. The first ball drifting down the leg side. That's been called as a white ball. So it will be certainly a pleasure to watch Sarfaraz how he bowls. An all-rounder for Team Petit Panthers to watch down. The century of the tournament in the name of Sarfaraz, hitting 101 in the first match which he played. And giving him the company was the wicket-keeper Sean. This time again drifting down the offside line. Once again a white ball called. So 10 extras have been bowled in this innings in the form of wides, and certainly that would help Strikers to gain some momentum for the scoreboard to go on. 38 on the board. 5 overs have been bowled. So that's a good comeback, but that's been flicked away. They are going for the second run. And might they... No, they just settle for the second run, but then 2 important runs coming for Team Strikers. The score is 40. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar, brought to you by Sportonics. One team, one dream, where 6 teams will be participating in the tournament and 1 team will be emerging as a champion. You can catch the live action on Sportonic app. This time again played softly towards the point region for just a single. It's a 41 on the board, but then you can catch us the live action on Facebook and Instagram on Sportonics India, and subscribe to the channel Sportonics Global Network. We are live on YouTube through the medium of 7070, the media partners of this tournament, and the food and beverages partners Shiv Sagar. This time going for a late cut, missing it completely. A good comeback by Sarfaraz, conceding away 5 runs in the 3 balls which he has faced. Would like to thank our partners Jean-Claude Oliver, Regal, Brillo, Trip XOXO, Hitachi, RK, Mumbai Realtors and Spectrum. But certainly this was a good ball bowled by Sarfaraz, once again showing the sportsman spirit in the middle. They are going at the run rate of 7.45 team strikers. This is the 6th over in progress by Sarfaraz, and the score is 42. A good personality that was in the air for a short while, just falling short of the fielder there. In the process, both the batsmen changed their ends. It's a 5.5 overs bowled, 43 on the board for team strikers. So good partnership between both the batsmen, Mihir and Jaideep. Are both the umpires in the middle, making it important for this tournament, and some comic timing in the middle by the players. It's 6 overs completed and strikers have scored 43. So yes, 6 overs completed and the strikers have scored at the healthy run rate, and they are going at the run rate of around 6.7 runs, and the score is 43. Petit Panthers would be yet another team to watch in this tournament, because they have a big batting lineup and even the all-rounders in the team. But certainly we cannot say what can happen. This is the game of cricket, and it's the spin attack in the 7th over. So this is for the 3rd time the over has been started with the legal deliveries not being bowled outside the leg stump. 44 is the score. Once again drifting on the leg stump, but that's been flicked away towards the fine leg. And a good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. Yes, it's been called as a leg byes. So whether it may be an extra or the legal runs scored from the bat, that would surely help team strikers to score the runs. .46 is the score. Kashif, the new bowler, being introduced in the 7th over. Spin attack for the first time in this innings. This time that was the ball remaining low, but it will cross the boundary fence for a much needed boundary, and certainly it's a 50 for team strikers in the 7th over. 50-run partnership between both the batsmen. That certainly there was a nick on the bat, and the ball racing down the much needed boundary. So 50 runs stand between both the batsmen. Jaideep contributing 21 and Mihir contributing 13 runs. There have been extras much more to the contribution, but certainly that would help them to grow the confidence and make a big score in the game. As we can see, the 25 number jersey, Bali the nickname, but then it's a Jaideep who likes to bat aggressively, and now he will be going with his colors. He will be going for some big shots now, and the projected score stands like around 160 170 if they go at the current run rate of around 6 to 7 runs per over. Once again, that's been played towards a long leg region. There's a long chase for the fielder, but the batsman going for a couple of runs. A missed throw, and they take on the third run. A good running between the wickets. For team strikers, it's a 53 on the board. They are going at the run rate of around 8.15 per over, and if they do so well, that could be a game for them. Once again, going on the back foot, flicked away towards the deep square leg region. It's a single to the offering. No chance, and they are playing easily. A good partnership stand between both the batsmen. As I was saying, you need to play some sensible cricket. Rotate the strike and then punish the loose deliveries. This time played towards a long on region. There's a fielder there, Sarfaraz, the fielder, the big man, and only a single. It's a 55 on the scoreboard. 6.5 overs have been bowled. Team Petit Panthers need some wickets early now. This time played defensively, showing the full blade of the bat. Dot ball to end the over. It's 7 overs 55 without a wicket for team strikers. So it will be Suraj bowling the 8th over for team Petit Panthers. The very first ball that's been swept away. There's a chase for the fielder there, but then the batsman cross away for 2 important runs. Certainly that was pitched in the middle line and the leg stump line, swept away by Jaideep for 2 important runs, and the score is 57. Suraj bring in the attack for their teams, the Petit Panthers. This time one more wide ball bowled by the bowler, and certainly this won't help them, because as much as extra runs you would consider, you have to bowl that much overs. This time it's an edge, just falling short of the fielder there, and in the meanwhile both the batsmen cross over for a single. So as I was mentioning, the extras delivery which you bowl will certainly not help you, because you have to bowl that much extra overs. And certainly in these innings there have been the circumstances where the extra bowls have been bowled. This time missing it completely. A good comeback. There's an appeal by Sean for the stumping, but the batsman safe in the crease was Mihir Shah, playing on 14 of 19 deliveries. And Jaydeep playing on 28 runs of 27 balls which he has faced. A good piece of a keeping there by Sean. This time again down the off stump. That's been signaled as a white ball. So the runs to the offering for team strikers. They are going at the current run rate of 8 runs per over. This time missing it completely. It was a tossed up delivery for the right hand batsman. And there are many circumstances where we have saw the batsman not able to capitalize the full toss delivery. Missing it completely. There was a Mir this time dancing down the track. Played towards the long off region. There's a fielder there. But they just settle for a single in the middle. 61 on the board. That's been played away on the long on region. There's a fielder there, but then it will be only a single. It's 8 overs completed and the score is 62 for team strikers. So yes, we have the live action back. 8 overs, 62, none for any loss. This time it's been played towards the long on region by Jaydeep. They wanted to go for a couple of runs then, but Mir was not interested, and with this single the score moving on to 63 for strikers, winning the toss and electing to bat first. And back in action is Kashif bowling his second over. This time dancing down the track, getting some elevation there, but certainly it's been signaled as a leg byes. Certainly that came off the pads from Mir, but then it's the important runs that are being scored by both the opening batsmen Mir and Jaydeep. Kashif a bit of expensive he has been in the first over. This time wanted to go for a big hit on the back foot, not able to connect it properly. Played on the leg side region, fielded by the bowler himself, and the score moving on with the help of this single. To 65, My Dad, My Superstar, Season 2, brought to you by Sportonics, One Team, One Dream. This is the second season and the 5th day. The match played between strikers versus Petit Panthers. This time going down the leg side. One more extra delivery. As I was mentioning, the number of extra balls you bowl, the number of overs you will be bowling extra. And they are going around the run rate of 7.95. And if they do so, well, they can score around 160. Now that's been played from the off stump towards a wide long on region. And yes, well, that can be a wicket number 1 for team Petit Panthers. Yes, that's a wicket number 1 in the form of run out. मध्ये ते एकदा 5th आलेला आताच आई याच्यावर आलेला म्हणून बोललो मी डे 6 आले तेव्हा 5th आलेला म्हणून मी 5th बोललो मी चेंज करतो ते well, that was certainly a big wicket in the form of Mir. Sean making no mistake, a good throw from the deep long on. The first wicket falling in the form of run out, in the form of Mihir, the set batsman out. But then certainly they are going at the run rate of 7.73. This is the 6th day of the tournament. My Dad, My Superstar Season 2. And the new batsman walking in is Pranav. One more aggressive batsman in the middle after the wicket falling off Mihir, that too in the form of run out. So the first wicket falling in the form of run out, they went for an extra run and in the process they lost the first wicket. But then it has been a good partnership between Jaideep and Mihir, and what a good comeback this has been by Kashif, certainly adjusting the line and length at the right moment. And well, if they do so, well, they can restrict the batsmen from scoring and restrict the strikers from scoring around 150, 160. This is the 9th over in progress by Kashif, individually bowling his second over. A bit expensive, but then he has a good comeback in this over. Once again, that's been called as a wide ball. This won't help Petit Panthers because they have to deliver one more extra ball to it, and currently they are going at the run rate of 7.59 per over. Once again going for a cut, missing it completely. Pranav there in the middle. It's the 9th over completed. 68 for the loss of 1 wicket. Team strikers. So Suraj is back in attack for Team Petit Panthers. This time it's been driven towards a long off region. The fielder there, a bit of a fumble, and the batsman cross over for 2 important runs. It's 70 on the board. Once again, it was a tossed up pitch in the over the middle stump line. But then a single to the offering, certainly restricting the batsman from taking a double. They are going at the run rate of 7.61. And if they go around 7 to 8 runs per over, well, they can score around 160. This time it's been beautifully driven, but then very well fielded at the point region. It's 73 for the loss of 1 wicket. The first wicket falling in the form of Mir, that too in the form of run out. A good piece of a keeping there was done by Sean. He saw the Mihir was slow on the ball and certainly making a run out there. This time it's been given signal as a white ball. So certainly this won't help Team Petit Panthers. But then they have the big batting lineup coming in the second innings. Will be interesting to see. This time drifting down the leg side. Once again an extra ball bowled by the bowler. Once again played towards a long off region. And this time it's been safely fielded for just a single. 2 balls left in the over. The score is 76 for Team Strikers. They have lost 1 wicket. So we have an innings break after the 10 overs. This time it's been played towards the long on. There's a big fielder and a wrong throw at the wrong end. The batsman crossover for 2 important runs. It's a 78 for the loss of 1 wicket. And this will be the last ball before a small break in the innings break. 9.5 overs have been bowled. And Jaideep playing a beautiful knock of 36 runs of 33 balls, showing his class in the middle. Jaideep Kohli, and giving him the company is Pranay Shah. This time that's been pulled away from the off stump line towards the leg side region for a single. A good piece of a fielding. It's 10 overs completed, 79 for the loss of 1 wicket. Team Strikers. So yes, we are back after a short break in the first innings. It's 10 overs completed, and the team strikers, after winning the toss and electing to bat first, they have scored 79 runs at the run rate of 7.9 runs per over. In the process, they have lost one wicket in the form of Mihir, but then it's been Jaideep and Pranay who are in the middle, toiling hard to score runs. Jaideep scoring 37 runs, and it will be Sarfaraz back in attack for the second time in his spell, and this is the fifth stance where the over has been started with an white ball. We are watching live on YouTube through the medium of 70-70, the match played between Strikers and Panthers. Once again, a white ball called by the umpire. So extras to the offering for team Strikers. The score is 81. They have lost one wicket, but then a good start at the run rate of 8 runs per over. Once again played softly by the batsman Jaideep on the offside for just a single, and the score moving on to 82, and it will be Pranay who would be facing Sarfaraz, giving away 4 runs on the 2 balls which have been bowled in this over, and the projected score stands around 162. If they do so in 20 overs, certainly that would be a game for team Strikers. Once again missing the line and length completely there, given one more extra. It's 83 runs, a short partnership between both the batsmen of 16 runs in 9 balls, Jaideep and Pranay. Once again a good comeback. Certainly this is a good comeback by Sarfaraz after being considered as white balls. Wanted to go defensively on the back foot, and it was a good luck that the ball didn't travel on the stumps, just playing at the right moment. Once again that's been cut away beautifully by Pranay. The ball is racing down towards the backward point region, and certainly it will be a welcome boundary for them. Score moving on to 87 with the help of this boundary. As we can see, that was beautifully played by Pranay, using the width of the ball towards the backward point region, and the ball crossing the fence at the right moment for team Strikers. It's 87, and slowly but steadily Pranay coming to his nature of the batsman. I beg a pardon, it's Pranav Shah who has arrived in the middle. This time, what a cracking shot that was. A beautiful sweet sound of the bat and the ball as it got connected. It's a boundary for the second time in this over. So Sarfaraz getting a bit of a taste of his batting, this time in his bowling from Pranav. Once again it was a short pitch ball, but what a shot that was. A sweet sound coming off the blade of the bat of Pranav. And one more boundary in the over. This is the big over for team Strikers. Once again going for a cut, and a good piece of a keeping by Sean. Suddenly a dot ball after being 2 boundaries hit in this over by Sarfaraz. He has conceded away 19 runs till now. This is the last ball of the 11th over coming. Missing down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. But certainly a good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. Yes, that's been called as a white ball. So 3 important runs coming in for Strikers, and this will help them to score the big score what they will be thinking of. The score is 94 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Pranav Shah certainly doing that in this over. Once again, that's been timed very well in the gap. They are going for the second. And yes, they do so. It's 11 overs completed for team strikers, and the score is 96 for the loss of 1 wicket. So yes, sir, we are back in live action. 11 overs have been completed, and the big over coming to an end by Sarfaraz, certainly getting some taste and getting some punishment of the wrong deliveries. And Adil back in attack for the third time in his spell. Certainly that was not elevation in the shot, but an underarm throw from the fielder there. There's an appeal being appealed for the run out. And the batsman, I think, is well safe in the crease. This is the 8th match of the tournament, My Dad, My Superstar Season 2, being played between Cnms and Svkm'S strikers versus Petit Panthers. And Pranav in the middle, getting some form for him. And once again, that's been a white ball bowled by the bowler. Certainly now the partnership raising up to 30 runs of 15 balls. A good partnership between both the batsmen. But then it was a partnership in the opening, which saw a 69 run stand between both the batsmen, Jaideep and Mihir. Once again the ball remaining down, not that much bounce. They are going at the run rate of 8 runs per over, and if they do so, they could score around 160-170 runs. Certainly that was a slower one bowled by the Adil. A good comeback in the over. Yes, the current run rate is around 8.56. And once again driven beautifully by Jaideep. Opening the full face of the bat, and what a shot that was. It's a much more needed boundary for team strikers, and with that 100 up for team strikers. 101 in the 12th over. And as we can see in the replay, it was a fuller line delivery, a bit wideish offering to the batsman, and Jaideep, what a master stroke that was, driven towards the deep extra cover region for a much needed boundary. And now certainly the projected score moving on to 178 runs at the run rate of 8.94. Once again driven back to the bowlers, that was firmly struck. And the ball crosses the fence for once another boundary in the over. That was firmly struck by Jaideep Kohli. As we can see in the replay, that was firmly struck. He tried to field in the follow through, but then hurting himself on the hands, and the ball racing down the fence for a much needed boundary. Jaideep moving on to 46 runs of 39 balls. It's 105 for the loss of 1 wicket. So here we are at the summary of the first innings till now. Mir was run out by Suraj on the score of 16. A good piece of a throw was there from the leg side region. He scored 16 runs of 23 balls, and not out is Jaideep Kohli, hitting 5 boundaries, and the score is 46 not out on 39th ball which he has faced. And Pranav Shah once again showing his gem of his innings, scoring 13 runs of 9 balls. There have been 22 extras deliveries bowled in the form of wides, and certainly this would help them to score a big score. Adil Aslam 3 overs completed, 25 runs at the economical run rate of 8.33. Sachin bowling is 2 overs conceding away 8 runs at the economical rate of 4. And Rohan bowling is 1 over for around 10 runs per over. Sarfaraz, Tanveer, Kashif and Suraj, each of them 2 overs completed, but then it was a pick of a bowler that Sachin gave away 4 runs per over. It's 105 on the board. 11.4 overs have been bowled, and we are back in the action after a short break. And certainly 2 consecutive boundaries being hit of the bowling of Adil. This is the third over which he is bowling individually, conceding away 25 runs per over, and projected score would be around 180. Jaideep just well short, and my goodness, this is a commentator's curse. He's been clean bowled, but then a good innings coming to an end. That's wicket number 2 for team Petit Panthers. So well, that we say revenge in a cricketing style. That was a slower one, went for the scoop shot and just missing a well deserved half century. He knows what he has done, but then a good innings coming to an end by Jaideep. 46 of 39 balls, 105 for the loss of 2 wickets. Team strikers. So the new batsman walking in, the jersey number 7, Aziz Pirani. After the fall of the big wicket, Jaideep out on scoring of 46 runs. But then a good knock coming to an end. And well, some smiles for team Petit Panthers. They know the main wicket has fallen now, and well, they can come back in the game. So finally Adil getting 1 wicket to his name, conceding away 25 runs in his 2.5 overs. So once again a good partnership coming to an end between Jaideep and Pranav. That was a full toss delivery driven by Aziz on the offside. A bit of a fumble in the middle, but then the batsman remains safe in the crease. That's been signalled as a no ball. 107 on the board for team strikers. 2 wickets have fallen. They are going at the run rate of around 9.04 runs per over. Once again, that's been called as a wide ball. A slower one was attempted but missing the line and length completely, and the free hit continues. So they have the license to go for a big shot now. Pranav, the aggressive batsman, on strike now. Certainly he would be thinking to go for a big shot this time. Once again given as a wide ball. Are both the umpires in the middle, Mr. Samir and Mr. Ronak, the leg umpire. And one more total single to the total 109. That's been driven back to the bowlers, and the ball races down the fence. A straight drive to end the over. That was firmly struck. It's 113 on the board with the help of this boundary, but then what a shot that was. A free hit and a big kill for team strikers. As we can see in the replay, once again it was a slow one attempted from the backhand delivery. Firmly struck over the bowler's head. A safe shot in the cricket. It's a 12 overs completed, 113 for the loss of 2 wickets. So yes, 12 overs completed and the score is 113 for the loss of 2 wickets. Team strikers certainly striking the ball very well at the run rate of 9.42 runs per over. And it will be Aziz Pirani on strike, and giving him the company is Pranav Shah, the aggressive batsman in the middle, playing on 17 runs of 10 deliveries. Both the openers are in the pavilion, but then what a knock that was from Jaideep Kohli. This time played towards the wide long on region. The certainly ball has been fielded at the right moment, but then the batsman will easily go on for 2 important runs. Rohan has been came to the attack for team Petit Panthers. It's 115 on the board. And as I mentioned, you need to capitalize their mistakes. Certainly, Petit Panthers have taken 2 wickets this time, and uneven bounce. One more help to the bowler. Certainly in trouble was the keeper, Sean, but then a good hard hitter of the ball is Sean. We'll have to watch and see how he bats along with Sarfaraz in the second innings. As I say, there's a record to their name. Sarfaraz and Sean making an 190 partnership, the first match of the tournament which they played. But this time again, a good running between the wickets. 117 on the board for team strikers. This is the second season brought to you by Sportonics, One Team, One Dream of My Dad, My Superstar, Season 2, 2020. The most lovable format of the today's game of the cricket, and certainly they are going at the run rate of 9.36. Team strikers And if they do so, well, that could be a game for them, and they could score around 190 to 200, and they would be thinking of around making 200 plus runs, because they know the batting lineup of the Petit Panthers is deep. They have the batting in the depth. And Rohan to bowl once again in this over. That's been firmly struck above the bowler's head, but then a good piece of a fielding. The batsmen go over for 2 important runs. So that has been the story till now. On the chances, the batsmen are crossing for the singles and doubles, keeping the scoreboard rotating at the regular intervals. Once again going beautifully. Aziz has pulled away. That's a master stroke. That's a monstrous 6. And well, that could be a shot of the tournament. And what a shot that was from Aziz Pirani. Certainly picking up the slot and sending the ball above the fence for a maximum. What a stroke that was. 125 is the scoreboard. And certainly the pressure on the bowler right now. And what a comeback this has been from Rohan. The ball kept low. The ball kept low. And was in the mind of making a big stroke again, Aziz Pirani. It's 13 overs completed, 125 for team strikers. So it's Sachin being brought back in attack by the captain of Petit Panthers. The current run rate going around 9.62, and certainly if they do so, it will be a game for them. 192 will be the projected score. Aziz Pirani and Pranav Shah in the middle. The very first ball that's been flicked away towards the leg side region for a single. So a single to start the over from Sachin. 2.1 overs. He has conceded 9 runs till now. A good economical bowler to watch on. And now will be Aziz Pirani. Hit a beautiful 6 in the previous over. This time again a play and a miss. Missing the line and length completely. Reading not the delivery much. It was a slower one from Sachin attempted. And certainly went for a pull shot. But then Sachin using his presence of mind in the middle, keeping the batsman silent. Once again dancing down the track, that has been confidently struck towards the long on region. What a shot that was from Aziz Pirani. Once again showing his aggressive class. 130. And that certainly travelled like a flash of the light. Yes, dancing down the track, playing as if he was playing like to a spinner. And the ball travelling for a single bounce over the rope for a much needed boundary. Aziz Pirani showing his class in the middle. Once again going for a pull shot, missing it completely. A good comeback by the bowler. The last wicket fall of Jaideep on the score of 46 individual, just missing a well-deserved half century, but then it was a master knock by Jaideep. The score remains on 130. The previous 2 overs we have seen a big hitting from Aziz Pirani from the moment he has arrived in the crease. This time a good comeback by Sachin. That would certainly boost up the confidence of the Petit Panthers. Yes, so we can see in the replay how was that deliver bowled by the Sachin, and this time missing it completely. Aziz has lost his wicket. You miss, I hit is the third wicket for Team Strikers. And certainly a good comeback by Sachin. So finally a short cameo coming to an end by Aziz, but then what a knock that was of 17 runs. Certainly stealing the show with his 2 big hits. Yes, so we can see in the replay that was a slower one, getting an fine edge and the ball going on the stumps and shattering down. The third wicket falling on the score of 130. The new batsman walking in is Ganadiraj Gokare. So it's 14 overs completed and the Strikers have scored a very well good score, 130 for the loss of 3 wickets, and the new batsman is Raj. This time going down the leg side once again, a white ball to start the over. Rohan in his second over, he has given away 13 runs till now. And once again it's a white ball called from the umpire Samir. 132 is the score. Around 24 extras have been scored in the form of whites. Oh, this is a hat-trick of white deliveries. Once again, 133 for the loss of 3 wickets. Suddenly missing the line and length there. This time tapped towards the mid-off region. There was no fielder station, but then fielded in the long off by the Sarfaraz. So after 3 wide deliveries, this is the first run scored from the blade of the bat from the batsman. It's 134 and will be on strike Raj for the first time in this innings. This time played upishly. The ball is in the air, just not getting that elevation. They are going for the second, and a good running between the wickets. A good call from Pranav. He saw the fielder was late and gave the call for a second. 136. The run rate around 9.49 for Team Strikers, and they are really striking the ball well. This time a good slower one attempted by Rohan. A dot ball to the over. It's the 15th over being bowled by Petit Panthers, and certainly they have bowled around 25 odd wide deliveries. This time driven on the offside, getting the elevation. They are going for the couple of runs and a good throw. There's an appeal for the run out. So certainly the umpire remains unmoved and the score is 138 for Team Strikers, winning the toss, electing to bat first. This is the 8th match of the tournament of My Dad, My Superstar Season 2 2020, initiative by Sportonics, One Team, One Dream. You can catch the live action on YouTube. You can subscribe our channel. Once again missing the line and length completely, going for a drive, missing it completely. This time it's been played, the ball is in the air, but then it's been racing towards the third man region. And a good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. So it will be the 16th over, which will be bowled by Kashif. 15 overs have been completed and the score is 141. 3 wickets have fallen, but then a great start by Team Strikers, winning the toss and electing to bat first. 2 overs and conceding away 15 runs. A good ball to start the over. So certainly there's some help for the bowlers in the middle. Once again going for a slog sweep there. Didn't connect it properly, but then it will be a runs in the form of a leg byes for Team Strikers. We are live on YouTube through the medium of 7070, the media partners, and would like to thank our partners Jean-Claude Oliver, Regal, Brillo, Trip XOXO, Hitachi, RK Mumbai, Realtors, and Spectrum. Once again, that's been lately played, but then a certain piece of a good of a fielding there. So certainly saving 2 important runs there, and the score moving on to 144 for Team Strikers. They are going at the run rate of around 9.29, and if they do so, well, it will be a score of 180 to 190. This time again missing it completely. He has the hands on his head. Where did that came from, and missing the stumps there. Well, that could have been one more wicket to the addition, but then the batsman survives. Good comeback by Kashif in the third over of his spell. Once again, a good ball coming in for the right hand batsman. A good quicker one attempted by Kashif, and certainly now getting some success in the third over of his spell. And certainly, yes, he was thinking why didn't it hit the stumps, but then it was an uneven bounce. The batsman was safe. Played softly towards the mid-wicket region. And a good running between the wickets by Pranav and Raj. It's 16 overs completed, 146 for the loss of 3 wickets, team strikers. So it will be Suraj bowling his third over of the spell and 17th over for team Petit Panthers. Individually bowling his third over, he has considered 18 runs till now. And the 2 overs which he bowled, a dot ball once again to start the over. So certainly it's been a good comeback by the Petit Panthers in the previous 2 overs, not giving away more runs. And if they do so, well, they could restrict them. There's an appeal for the stump out. And what a good comeback this has been from the spinners of the Petit Panthers. Certainly the ball kept low, as we can see in the replay. Bowling round around the off-stump line. And the ball keeping low and keeping the bat at the right time in the crease was Raj. A good piece of a keeping there by Sean. This time a short pitch delivery that been played officially on the offside region for just a single. 147 is the score for team strikers. And certainly it will be some due factor coming in the second part of the game. Once again dancing down the track, played towards the offside region for a single. So certainly the runs coming in singles in the previous 2 overs, they are not able to connect it properly. They need some seriously big hittings in the middles, and well, Pranav can do so. And even the Raj is one of the class batsmen this time. No chance. It's a wicket number 4 for team Petit Panthers. Was not able to connect it properly. Dancing down the track, wanted to go for a big hit, as we can see in the replay. Well, that was well deceived in the air. The ball keeping low and Sean making no mistake. Spreading the bells and Raj out. This is the 4th wicket falling. On the score of 148. And the new batsman walking in is Chirag. So certainly comebacking by the team Petit Panthers this time, getting in fine edge, and the ball races down towards the fine leg boundary. The much needed boundary, and it's a 150. For team strikers. Yes, sir, certainly it's 150 up for team strikers. Certainly got a big nick on the 8. And the ball raised down towards the fine leg for a much needed boundary. A welcome boundary once again for team strikers. And 17 overs completed. It's 150 152 for the loss of 4 wickets. So certainly getting an elevation there at the last ball was Chirag, but then it will be Pranav who would be facing Kashif, and Kashif back in attack for the 4th time, bowling his last over of the spell. Certainly a good comeback after the 2 overs which he bowled. This time again a tossed up delivery, played back to the bowlers, not for any runs. So certainly in the previous 2 to 3 overs, team Petit Panthers have managed to restrict the batsmen from scoring. The current run rate going around 8.85. This time going on the back foot, that's been cut away by the batsman. There's a fielder there, but cannot restrict the batsman from taking 2 important runs. It's a 154 for the loss of 4 wickets. Pranav batting sensibly in the middle, facing 19 balls and scoring 26 runs. And Chirag flying off to a start with that boundary, which went to the fine leg boundary. This time played on the back foot towards the extra cover region for a single. And it's a 155 for team strikers in the 18th over. So it will be a pleasure to watch how the Petit Panthers batsmen play in the second innings. This time played upishly towards the long on region. There's a fielder there, Sarfaraz, the fielder. They are going for a second. Well, that's an innocent and in the form of run out. Certainly deflected the legs of Kashif, and the ball ricocheted to the stumps. The bails falling at the non-striker's end, but then a good piece of a fielding. Sarfaraz and Kashif making one more kill in the form of run out. Yes, there we saw in the replay. It was played beautifully, upishly. Wanted to go for a second. A good throw from Sarfaraz, and the ball ricocheted off the legs and the hands from Kashif. The bails were removed at the non-striker's end, and luckily this is the 5th wicket for them. 156 for the loss of 5 wickets, team strikers. So team Panthers making a good comeback in the end, and a good knock coming to an end by Pranav Shah. Once again a tossed up delivery that's been played away upishly, straight to the hand of the fielder. Sachin, the fielder, making no mistake. And look at the celebration. So 2 important wickets in 2 balls, and what a display of bowling this has been from Petit Panthers in the previous 3 overs. And Chirag back in pavilion, not disturbing the scorer much, but then it was played upishly to the deep wide long on region. And what a catch that was from Sachin, making it look simple. And it's Mittal Joshi walking in the middle. So certainly if they couldn't restrict the strikers beyond 170, 180, well, this could be the game. They have the long batting lineup coming in the second innings. Team Petit Panthers. Mittal Joshi, the new batsman at the non-strikers end, because there was a run out at the non-strikers end. This time again going for the let cut, missing it completely. What a good comeback this has been from Kashif. 18 overs completed, 156 for the loss of 6 wickets. Team strikers. Suraj back in attack for team Petit Panthers. This is the 19th over. But then again, a white ball to start the over. One more extra to the total for team strikers. They won't mind it. And now they will be thinking of scoring the runs. What the way they come, they don't mind. This time played softly towards the square leg region. And 2 important runs. But certainly that was a good call by the umpire. The score remains on 158 runs. They are going at the run rate of 8.7 runs per over. Once again a good delivery, but then certainly missing the line and length outside the off stump line. One more total and the score is 159. 8.75 the current run rate going on. This time it's been played towards the offside region. The fielders there, but they won't stop the batsman from taking a single. It's a 160 for team strikers. Once again missing it completely. Wanted to go for a cut shot, but then a good comeback by Suraj. He has 1 wicket to his name, conceding away 28 runs. This is the 4th over. He's bowling, but then that was a good effort in the previous over by Kashif. Now that's been played towards the long on region once again. Wanted to go for a second, but then a good piece of a fielding there. 18.4 overs have been bowled. It's a 161 on the scoreboard for team strikers. Viraj and Mittal in the middle, both the new batsmen. Once again played beautifully straight to the fielder's end, but then the batsman going on for a single. They need to rotate the strike. They need to score some shots because this is the last over. After this over coming in, this time played beautifully. There's a chance for a boundary, but then they are going for the couple of runs. And with this, the 19 overs completed and the score for team strikers 164 for the loss of 6 wickets. So yes, we have the last over coming in of this first innings of the match played between team Cnms and Svkm'S strikers and Petit Panthers. Remember, this is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar Season 2. And with the bowling proceedings, we have Sachin, the pick of the bowler, back in attack for the last time in this match. Bowling is fourth over and the last over for his team, Petit Panthers. A good initiative by the team Sportonics, one team, one dream, bringing you live action on YouTube through the medium of Team 7070, our media partners. This time that's been played officially, lofted towards the long on region, falling just short of a Surfaraz there. But then both the batsmen crossing over for two important runs. 167 is the score. Sachin bowling is the fourth over. He has been a pick of a bowler, giving away 16 runs till now and a wicket to his name. They need to restrict the strikers below 180. Once again, a slower bouncer being bowled by Sachin. What a piece of a bowling this is, showing his experience in the middle. Suddenly stopping the strikers below 180. They have succeeded, Team Petit Panthers. And what a ball that was. An uneven bounce. And this is castled him. No chance for the batsman. And see a smile on his face. He shows, yes, I am in. And you cannot score off my deliveries. I will not give away any room. And you miss, I hit. The 7th wicket falls. So Petit Panthers certainly making a comeback in this match. Wanted to go for a drive. Before this delivery, it was a slower bouncer attempted. And then a good line and length adjustment. Wanted to go for a slog sweep, missing it completely, and the stumps were shuttered off. So suddenly, the depth overs have been on the name for Team Petit Panthers. They have succeeded to restrict the team beyond and below 180. 2 balls remaining in this innings and the score is 167. 7 wickets have fallen. Once it looked like they would score around 190 to 200, but then it was a piece of a bowling by all the bowlers after 15 overs. This time again played softly, and the batsman will have to be settled for only a single. It's 168 and the last ball is coming and will be on strike is Mittal. So good experience bowling there by Sachin in the middle, giving away 17 runs and 2 big wickets to his name, and one catch taken by him. This time a slower one, and certainly this has been a good comeback by Team Petit Panthers, restricting the strikers to 168. And in the last, Sean showing his display of wicket keeping, taking one more wicket in the form of a run out. So suddenly Team Petit Panthers have restricted the strikers to 168 and the target will be of 169 to win this match in 20 overs for Team Petit Panthers.
हाँ क्या मैं भी स्पेशल कमेंट्री के लिए क्या ऐसा एक ओवर
आप और उसको बुढ़ा देते हो ना
हाँ
उसको और आप
हिमांग भाई
हिमांग और आप
हिमांग सर
इवेंट्स है
अरे स्ट्राइकर्स के हिमांग बट the person
अरे
in
हेमंग
that
भाई हेमंग
formals
हाँ
that
तो
was.
एक ओवर हम कमेंट्री एक ओवर करते ना सर ऐसा वो टाइम पास वाले करें और ये बाला डर के हुए आ रहे हैं
So yes, we are back live in action after an innings break. Team Petit Panthers need 169 to win this match of 120 balls. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar 2020, an initiative by Sportonics, one team, one dream. The six teams participating in this tournament is AIS Sparks, Cnms and Svkm'S Strikers, OIS Blasters, OIS Tigers, Petit Panthers and Scottish Stars. They will be participating in this tournament and one team will be emerging as a champion. You can catch the live action on Sportonics app and follow us on Facebook and Instagram on Sportonics India, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel Sportonics Global Network. Would like to thank our media partners for the live coverage on YouTube, Team 7070, and would like to thank our food and beverages partner Shiv Sagar Restaurant, and would like to thank our partners Jean Claude Oliver, Regal, Brillo, Tripaxo Exo, Hitachi, RK, Mumbai Realtors, and Spectrum. We are about to start the second innings of the Petit Panthers. They need 169 to win this match. And both the openers, Sarfraz and Sean, the most aggressive opening pair in the tournament of 2020, in the middle for the run chase, and Kapil to bowl the first over for team strikers. And here's a play. Let's play call from the umpire Samir and Ronak. So here we go. The first ball, that was a bouncer attempted, but then a good running between the wickets by Sarfaraz. One of the best contender of the batsmen in this tournament. The first big century came from the blade of Sarfaraz. He played 101 against the OIS Tigers, and giving him the company was Sean was not out on 68. A big partnership of 191 runs between these two batsmen, this time driven. Had it been a direct hit, that could have been close, but the batsman survives. A good piece of a fielding there by Jaideep. Once again wanted to go for a drive, gave that room to drive, but then it will be called as a wide ball. Certainly missing the line and length of the off stump. A wide ball called. That's the third run for team Petit Panthers. 166 more to win this match of 118 remaining balls. The current run rate wouldn't matter, but then they will have to go for the big strokes. This time slashing it at the point region. That was hammered away by Sarfaraz, the big man. Will have to rise on the big occasion. 4 runs on the board for Team Panthers in the first over. Once again in this over, Kapil, what an delivery that was. That kept low after pitching on the outside the off stump line, suddenly making a room to drive for the batsman, missing it completely. And what a beautiful that delivery that was from Kapil. This time, sweetly timed, the sweet sound of the bat coming, but straight to the fielder. Not for any runs. This is the first over, and both the batsmen will be thinking to settle down and then play their game according to the nature of the pitch. Once again, it was a good luck for the batsman getting in line cut and the ball racing down the fine leg boundary. It's a boundary in the first over for Team Petit Panthers. That would certainly have a heart in his mouth. Sean, the batsman, as we can see in the replay, that was a good delivery by Kapil, but certainly getting in line cut, getting an inside edge and beating the keeper, and the ball racing down the fine leg boundary all the way for a much needed 4 in the first over. Certainly that would help the run rate to go up. The first over has been completed. 8 runs on the board for Team Panthers. So Mittal will be bowling the second over. The first ball that's been played away towards the deep square leg region. The ball is racing down the fence. We'll have to wait, but then a good piece of a fielding there. And certainly the more important 2 runs. But then it's only a single to the total for Team Panthers. 9 runs on the board. It will be an early saying that they need the required run rate of around 8.51. But then this time drifting on the leg side. A good call from the Sarfaraz and Sean. The score moving on the double digits now to 10. This is the second over bowled by Mittal. They need 159 runs of 112 balls, but then this is an AC pickings. If both the batsmen stay till the end, well, we can see one more century by Sarfaraz. This time getting an outside edge. The ball is racing down towards the third man region. There's a fielder stationed, but only a single for them in the offering. It's 11 on the board. As we see, both the batsmen are of the aggressive nature, but then they once get settled, they will go for the big shots as they are known for the big hittings. This time pitch on the outside the off stump line, but then certainly a bit of a movement from Mittal. And what a good delivery that was to keep Sean silent on that ball. He wanted to go for a drive, but keeping the bat in the line. The ball went to the keeper's hand, not for any runs. 158 runs to win off 110 balls. Yesterday, the strikers defended the score around 140. Once again, slashing it outside the off stump line, but it will be called as a white ball. One more extra to the offering. As we say, the number of balls you deliver extra, that much number of extra overs you need to bowl. So that's not a good line and length to bowl, but then it's an extra delivery to be bowled. That was a slow one attempted by Mittal. A good comeback after being delivering a white ball. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar, an initiative by Sportonics. One team, one dream.
अभी नहीं रुकना मेरी वाइफ आएंगे उसको आई लव यू बोलने का
This time drifting down the leg side. One more extra, 2D total.
we live in a world
So it's 13 runs on the Panthers, and certainly a good, vibrant, positive here in the commentators box with me.
हाँ बोल दे रुक जा नेक्स्ट ओवर आई कम इन नेक्स्ट ओवर
Very dangerous player.
Once again going for a drive. Certainly there was a nick involved in it. But then a good comeback by Mittal. Certainly finding, yes, it's in the form of buys. It's 2 overs completed and the score is 14 without a loss of any wicket. Team Panthers. So yes, once again it will be Kapil who will be bowling the third over for his team. That's been slashed away, and what a shot that is. The ball is towards the point region for the much needed boundary, and with me in the commentators box is Fardin sir, and I'll hand over the mic to Fardin sir from Petit Panthers.
Thank you, Sagar. Thank you, Sportonics, for the debut on the commentary box. First of all, to all our Petit Panther supporters, we love you all. And also my wife. I promised to say I love you on TV. Sean on leg stump guard again now. The bowler just being hit for a 4 outside from the point region. Let's see what he comes up with. That ball swung away. Well bowled. Sean trying to dab it for a single. Sean and Sarfraz, the opening pair of Petit Panthers. They are opening for the second consecutive game in line. Again, the bowler comes in. This time full. Sean goes for a heave. Looking to make full use of the first 6 overs. 151 runs or 105 balls needed with the required run rate at 8.64. The Petit Panthers going at 7.2. This time angling towards the body. Played away, looking for a single.
So certainly that's a positive vibes in the commentators box. With me is the players of the Petit Panthers and a good human being. And certainly I would like to ask some questions to you, sir. That how's the feeling like you are representing your kids and playing for them? So how's the feeling for like as if you are representing the kids in the middle?
It's an amazing feeling. That's a wide down the leg side. Keep them coming. Thank you to the opposition team. It's an amazing feeling to be playing for your daughter's school, and especially when they come out and support. And with the matches being broadcasted over YouTube, the family watches it. It's an amazing feeling. Thank you for that.
And certainly I would like to know that how's your daughter like when she says Papa go and hit some sixes and certainly if you bowl and what's her feeling and when you return to the home.
Well, at least I will tell you this, that this has brought a lot of interest in cricket in my young girls, which is very heartening to see that now they follow the game of cricket and they understand what's a four, what's a six, what's a leg by. So those things is very nice.
So certainly we can know that the young children can come know around the world and the children who are in the school at the current time, they know to come about the games rather being in some kind of the technologies. So it's a 3 overs completed and the Petit Panthers score is 19 runs without a wicket. So that's a good start by the team Petit Panthers for the run chase, but they are going at the current run rate of 6.33. The required run rate going around up to 8.82, but certainly it will be the pressure on this both two batsmen. As we know, Sarfaraz and Sean in the middle, they have a milestone to their name, a big partnership, and certainly I would like to know what's the vibes in your in the pavilion, and how's the nature of your teammates for the run chase.
In Sarfraz and Sean we trust. Everybody else take knocks. Well, Sarfraz is the experienced one. Sean is a natural athlete. Very few know that Sean is also our Petit Dad's football team captain. So he's a natural athlete, and Sarfraz has played. Sarfraz comes with like almost 30 years of playing cricket. So that's the reason why we have the most stable opening partnership. At this juncture, you'll see they're looking to just play out the good bowlers, wait for the bad delivery, and that only comes with experience. In terms of our team, we have Sachin coming down next. Then we have Rohan. So we have a strong batting lineup. But you never know in the game of cricket. That was a good attempt to get him run out. Of course, he's in. He still has Sarfraz, who celebrated his 41st birthday, was able to cross the 22 yards quickly there. No, Sarfraz's birthday was last week. Sean again on middle stump, slightly out. Let's see what he does now. Again looking to dab it for a single. No runs, looking to go easy.
So well, that was a good experience with me, getting the experience along with the team Petit Panthers, and just coming to know that Sarfraz sir celebrated his 41st birthday the last week, but then it doesn't look like he's of 41. He's like a young age man playing in the middle, and Sean, as you said, is a natural athlete, even the captain of the football team. So it's a good all-round effort, I would say, team Petit Panthers has, and positive vibes. And yes, sir, certainly I would like to pass on the mic to sir.
With the bribe of biryani, I have to say that Achawa Hemang Mehta nahi hai. Oh, that was a good stop. That was a good stop by is that Santi. That was a very good stop by Santi. That was a certain four. But yes, we do appreciate Hemang Mehta not playing today. Hemang, you owe me a few biryanis.
How many biryanis do I owe?
We'll decide that at the end of the match. Sarfraz taking strike again. Carefully dealt with. Oh, what a shot. Through the point region. This time, last over, the ball stopped, so they are going to be running the runs this time. Oh, good running by Sean. 2 runs more to the total.
But कितना भी बोल दो इन लोग, रनिंग मेरे जितना नहीं कर सकते.
हेमांग, उसके लिए ना मटन बिरयानी करना पड़ेगा.
हम लोग ब्राह्मण हैं. We survive on fruits and rice and dal.
Then I'll stick to we miss you, Hemang. Anyway, thank you for having me here. Thank you, Sagar. Thank you, Manish. Thank you, Sportanix. It's a lovely environment. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, that was a further from Team Petit Panthers. A good positive vibe from them. It's 4 overs completed and the score is 23. without a loss of any wicket. So it's a 4 overs completed and the score for Team Petit Panthers is 23, and that was certainly a good vibes from Fardin with me in the commentators box. With me joining is Hemangas from Team Cnms and Svkm'S strikers. One more athlete with me in the commentators box, and it will be Santosh who will be bowling the 5th over for Team strikers, and certainly would be a scenario to watch how Sarfaraz and Sean take on the run chase from now. This time a swinging delivery to start the over, played towards the point region for a single. So welcome to the commentators box, Hemang. And what are the views that how your team would be defending this? Yesterday we saw a cracking chase from your team. Certain points on this from you.
Yesterday it was a very comfortable win for us. I mean, we fielded very well, we batted well, as well as we bowled very well. This is Shanty. We call him Snake. This is his snake style of bowling. And there he goes. That is Chirag who is fielded, because earlier I saw Viraj was there fielding at the point. And now again it's Shanty bowling. Watch his snake style. There goes the snake. Yeah. He wants to bite all the times. That is Aziz. I'm sure there will be 2 runs, and oh, obviously Shanty is very upset with Aziz. But Aziz can't help it. Being banana leaf owner, it's obvious he cannot defend a single run. Over to you.
And certainly I would like to ask some questions to you, Hemang, that how's the atmosphere in the pavilion, like not a big score, but then certainly it was a good score to score in the 20 overs, and what are the positives for the defending the score today?
169 seems to be a very strong score. I mean, right now 92 balls, 142 runs is required, which is on an average around 9.5 runs per over. The guy who's batting, he thinks he's a Amitabh Bachchan, and there he hits, man. It's a superb. Oh, that's a 4. Unbelievable. I mean, the moment I told him Amitabh Bachchan, he was like, bang on. That's very nice. And here, Petit Panthers are feeling, quite comfortable. There, the snake goes for a hit. My, that guy with long hair. I mean, he is giving, I wish I could have a long hair like him. He is giving complex to all the dads, all across the teams who are participating. Boss, I have long hair and I can swing it. There he goes again. Oh, that's a good shot in the cover area. And they are going for 2. Raj Gogade, a very sloppy fielder. They go for 2 runs. Raj, that is absolutely very bad fielding.
So yes, sir, that's the 5 overs completed, and Petit Panthers have scored 33 without a loss of any wicket. But certainly, we'll be back after a short break. So this is the sixth over being bowled by Viraj, and the score moving on with the help of the single to 34. I would like to know, Himang Bhai, that this the both the openers Sarfaraz and Sean have the big partnership to their name, 191, which they played the first match. Certainly a big knock, a century to his name, Sarfaraz, and giving him is the company is Sean. Can I have some few words on this experience for Sarfaraz, as you are a competitor, but then off the field you are a good friend.
Anything partnership, anything above 50 runs is a great partnership. I mean, आई एम श्योर सरफराज और शॉन भाई की वाइफ जो है वो बोलती रहेगी कि भाई आपकी पार्टनरशिप हमारे से इतनी अच्छी नहीं है जितनी आप लोग की एक दूसरे से है. सो दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट मोमेंट. एंड आप जैसे विराज को देख रहे हो बॉलिंग करते हुए, आपने कभी बेवॉच देखा है? जो हिसाब से पैमिला एंडरसन भागती है विराज, और क्या बात है, व्हाट अ शॉट, व्हाट अ शॉट. सरफराज भाई ने एकदम व्हाट अ शॉट. सरफराज भाई मज़ा आ गया. दिस वाज अ शॉट. सरफराज भाई के लंबे बाल का रहस्य पता चल रहा है. आप देखिए ये पैमिला एंडरसन आ रही है और ये शॉट क्लासिक, अनबिलीवेबल.
And certainly, I would like to know the batting of Mir, which he came today. Certainly was a run out, but then it was a good start given by Mihir and the opening batsman. In the middle, once again, the score is 40 runs. This is the sixth over in progress. So certainly, I would like to know some words like the both the enthusiasm of the partners, and certainly a good start given by your teammates.
What a shot, what a shot. And this goes for a 6. और पैमिला एंडरसन को सरफराज भाई ने आज कत्ल कर दिया. आज जो हिसाब से उन्होंने ये शॉट मारा है, उनके जो ज़ुल्फ़े हिली है ये शॉट मारने में, आप देख सकते हैं. ये आए हैं विराज और ये उनके बाल, ये देखिए, ये स्क्वायर की तरफ. ओह, अनबिलीवेबल. जहाँ तक राज गोगोटे तो उधर पहुँच भी नहीं सके. मिहिर शाह, अंतु, आज उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छा स्टार्ट दिया है. और ये सरफराज भाई को कुछ हो गया लगता है आज. विराज बॉल डालने के लिए उत्सुकता में काफ़ी रुके हुए हैं. कब बॉल डालूं, कब ओवर फिनिश करूं. ऑलरेडी एक 6 और 4 खा चुके हैं. और ये एक वाइड बॉल, बस ये एक बाकी था. बहुत अच्छे सरफराज जो हिसाब से कर रहे हैं. एक 6 एक 4 मार चुके हैं. और विराज फिर आते हुए, नहीं नहीं नहीं, आउट नहीं है. शाबाश, गुड बॉलिंग. हाँ, तो हम लोग थे अंतु के ऊपर. ही प्लेड ए वेरी गुड नॉक. आई थिंक ही वॉज अंडर एस्टिमेटेड प्लेयर. उनको 6 डाउन 7 डाउन 8 डाउन भेजा कर CNMS टीम भेजा करती थी. बट आई एम श्योर ओपनिंग आने के बाद में उन्होंने प्रूव कर दिया है कि ही कैन प्ले. एंड दिस इज़ अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. और ये बहुत अच्छी फील्डिंग है हमारे सरदार जी मिस्टर जेसी की तरफ से. सो 6 ओवर्स 48 रन्स 0 विकेट. और इसी के साथ हम एक ब्रेक लेना चाहेंगे.
So yes, it's 6 overs completed for Team Petit Panthers, and they have scored 48 runs. With me were Fardin from Petit Panthers and Himang from Cnms Strikers. Both the happy personality in their dugouts, but then a good sportsman all around. It will be Santosh who will be bowling the 7th over, and Sarfaraz and Sean in the middle now showing their natural strokes. The required run rate is certainly going up to 8.64. They need 121 run of 84 balls. This time away left to the wicket keeper. It's a dot ball to start the over. But certainly, as Fardin said, Sarfraz is of 41 years old, but his strokes are like bang on the service. This time again flashed away. There's a chance, and the batsman survives. There's an appeal for the run out. But then the batsman survives. Sean was running towards the danger end. And Sean, as we said, is a natural athlete. He plays the football representing the team. He is a captain of the football team and a natural athlete in the middle. And on the other end, the team strikers, all the players are playing beautifully. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar, Season 2, 2020, representing the children. And what an certainly a beautiful initiative by Sportonix. One team, one dream, bringing you the live action on YouTube. Once again, going for a cut there, missing it completely. So Sarfaraz and Sean here in the middle. Once again, a big responsibility on their shoulders to take the team to the win. The target is 169 to win this match in 20 overs. This time again going for a front foot dive. He wanted to play that shot in the offside region, didn't connect it properly. That was a dot ball. This time again drifting on the pads. It's been played away on the leg side by Sean for a single. And with that single, it's a 50 up for Team Petit Panthers in the 7th over. So certainly both the batsmen are playing like a silent mode, but then the nature of their game will certainly come to an action. This time played late. Mickey the fielder there. Certainly the fun run taking the Petit Panthers to 51. It's 7 overs completed for Team Petit Panthers. So yes, we are back after a short break. Raj to bowl the 8th over for Team Strikers, and facing him will be Sarfraz, who is playing on 27 of 18 balls, and giving him the company is the master batsman Sean on the non-strikers end, playing on 14 runs of 24 balls. So certainly now it will be Raj who is back in attack for the first time for Team Strikers. The required run rate climbing up to 9.08. This is the second season of My Dad My Superstar. And the target is of 169. Once it looked like they might score around 180, 190, but then the bowlers of Panthers restricting them to 168. This time going on the back foot. That's been driven beautifully by Sarfaraz. No chance for the fielder. It crosses the fence. It's a handy boundary for Team Petit Panthers. And certainly the score moving on to 55 runs, and Sarfaraz moving on to 31. And with me in the commentators box is Hemang from Team Strikers.
ये शॉट बिल्कुल ऐसा था जैसे इलेक्शंस के पहले बीजेपी ने शिवसेना को दिया था. राज पक्के मराठी माणूस है, वेयरिंग निकी टी शर्ट 900 नंबर, और सरफराज भाई गोइंग स्ट्रॉन्ग 20 balls 31 runs. Raj always known to take a wicket, and 3 बॉल 4 रन देते हुए राज टेक्स टाइम, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से 1-2 ओवर के बाद में विकेट लेने के पूरे चांसेस है. जय महाराष्ट्र बोल के बॉल डालते हैं हर बार, और ये क्लासिक शॉट मारते हुए पापा जी ने रोका हुआ. सो 4 balls 5 runs. और फिर से जय महाराष्ट्र बोल के राज बॉल डाल रहे हैं. और सरफराज भाई की रनिंग का क्या कहना है. वेरी गुड रनिंग सरफराज. शॉन, ही इज ए विकेट कीपर बैट्समैन, राइट. काफ़ी अच्छा स्टेमिना है उनका. और ये वाइड बॉल, और ये वेरी बैड लेफ्ट बाय नितिन. श्रवण की तरफ से अच्छा बैकअप रहा. आई एम श्योर आई एम लेफ्ट आउट टुडे, सो दे आर मिसिंग मी. और ये काफ़ी अच्छा शॉट, और मेरे ख्याल से ये 2 रन आए जाएंगे. मार्क इज़ अ वेरी गुड फील्डर. और कपिल का बेहतरीन थ्रो, एंड इट्स टाइम फॉर माय लीव. इट वाज प्लेजर commentating 3-4 overs with you, and I'm sure in future मैं commentary ना करूँ, and I hope I play for my team and I win more of the matches. I wish all the best for Petit Panthers. सरफराज भाई जो हिसाब से खेल रहे हैं, ऐसा लग रहा नहीं है कि इज़ अ डैड. काफ़ी यंग आदमी लग रहे हैं, और जो हिसाब से इज़ प्लेइंग द शॉट्स, he has already brought his team in a winning position. 72 balls, I guess 108 runs are required. Alright, so I beg your leave. Thank you so much.
So well, that was Hemang from Team Strikers with me in the commentators box. And now it's 61 runs for Team Panthers on the scoreboard. After 8 overs, they need 108 to win this match of 72 deliveries. And once again is back in attack Santosh. This time it's been firmly struck. And we'll have to wait for the umpire's call, but then it was a ferocious hit by Sarfraz, and very well fielded in the offside region near the deep extra cover boundary. 62 is the score. 8.1 overs have been bowled. The current run rate is around 7.59. This time played softly, wanted to go for a run, but then a good piece of a fielding by Nitin, certainly saving, and the partnership once again making an important point for Team Panthers. So in the first innings it was a 69 runs partnership that was broken, and now it's a 62 in the second innings between both these batsmen. But then both these batsmen are well capable of making big scores. They get a start and they get a start to convert into a big records. Both the batsmen. Sarfaraz playing his natural strokes there. Aggressive batsman in the middle. And Sean certainly a cool, calm, composed batsman. Once he gets settled, then he goes for a big shots. As we all know, he's a natural athlete. But then this time slog swept. There was a need for a big hit. There are 2 runs on the board, but then, well, this could be a trouble. Well, we have to wait for the umpire's call. As we see in the replay, that was a very well fielded, thrown towards the non-striker's end. Oh mine, yes, making the bat at the right time was Sean, a natural athlete in the middle. And that's been firmly struck by Sarfaraz, and the ball crosses the fence. It's a 4 for Team Panthers. So that was a stroke like slicing the ball towards the deep extra cover region. The ball went like a flash of a light, bringing in the action of the lower hand. Once again, that's been driven towards the long off region. There's a fielder there. A bit of a misfield, and one more boundary to the result for Team Panthers. That was again hit beautifully by Sarfaraz. There was a fielder, but then in the result, it's a boundary to end the over. 9 overs completed, and 73 on the board for Team Petit Panthers. As we all know, he's an aggressive batsman. All the strokes he plays with a firmly struck. Certainly a bit of a fumble, and the ball crosses the fence, the long off. It's 9 overs completed, 73 without a loss. So now the equation changing variably after that boundary of the last ball. And it's Raj back in attack after being considered for the 10 runs. That's been firmly struck by Sean now. He will show his natural shots. That was the room provided for him, and he doesn't leave the opportunity which he gets. The frustration for the bowler, but then certainly that was firmly struck by Sean, giving away the room, and beautifully played. This time again sweeping towards the deep square leg region. There's a fielder there, mark the fielder, but certainly both the batsmen in the middle are going for a run. Certainly the score moving like a flash of the light. It's 79 in the 10th over. They need 90 runs to win this match of 64 balls. Once again, missing the line and length. It was a juicy full toss, and completely losing his composure there. The first wicket falls in the form of Sean. So finally, the big wicket of Sean for team strikers comes in the form of 10th over.
Well played, Johnny, well played.
So now the equation stands 90 runs of 63 balls. The batsman out is Sarfaraz Tanvir. I beg a pardon, he is not out on 43. Once again close to his landmark half century. And the batsman out was Sean Harold, bowled by Kapil on the score of 24. And the new batsman walking in is Sachin.
हैरल्ड कहाँ से आया?
79 for the loss of 1 wicket, team Petit Panthers. But then suddenly both the batsmen have done their work in the middle. And on one hand it will be Sarfraz who would be handling things. Once he gets into his natural tendency, he will go for the big kill. They need 90 runs to win of 63 balls. Kapil Makwana bowling 2 overs, giving away 13 runs at an economical run rate of 6.5. Mittal Joshi, the pick of the bowlers, 2 overs, 8 runs without a wicket, but then he has been economical of 4 runs per over. Santosh Manjrekar giving away 24 runs of the 3 overs which he bowled. And what a ball that was! What a ball that was! That's another wicket for Raj. 2 balls and 2 wickets, and suddenly it's like a hat-trick ball for team strikers. And it looks like something balancing for team strikers. They have strike with the 2 wickets, and it's Raj, the spinner, who is suddenly getting, and look at the aggression, and that's a tendency when you get a big wicket of Sean and Sachin in 2 consecutive balls. Certainly he was going on the back foot to play the shot, missing it completely. The ball remained low and the stumps were shattered off. It's 9.4 overs and the score is 79 for the loss of 2 wickets. So suddenly this is a hat-trick ball for Raj. Can he get that? And what a ball that was. Suddenly putting the batsman into my hands, and what a back. This has been from strikers, and certainly now the slips have been called for the spinner Raj. This time playing softly, not for any runs. Defended well on the back foot. It's 10 overs completed. 79 for the loss of 2 wickets. Team Petit Panthers. So yes, it's a halfway mark to the innings, and the Petit Panthers are 79 for the loss of 2 wickets. So they need exactly 90 runs to win of 10 overs, and the bowling change once again. The very first ball that's been played on the leg side region for a single. A good comeback by the team strikers in the previous over. Striking 2 important wickets in 2 balls was Raj. And well, could that be a turning point of the game? But it has to be Sarfaraz who has to stay till the long. Or else he need to play his natural tendency and take Panthers to a winning stroke. (89) required of 59 balls to win this match. Team Petit Panthers. This time a slow one, beating the batsman there in the middle. So certainly there are been ups and downs in this match, and what an comeback this has been from the team strikers. Certainly getting those 2 important wickets of Sachin and Sean. Completely outplaying them was Raj, showing his experience in the middle. This time what a delivery that was, and the finger goes up. This is the 3rd wicket. One more nail to the coffin. The ball certainly stopped and then came in. It was a leg swing for the right hand batsman, and what a swing that was from Jadip. And certainly he was found plumb. Even the batsman knew what the mistake he made. And on the other end we can see Sarfaraz, how unhappy he is. So it's all happening in the middle for team strikers. Yesterday they defended the score of around 140-150, and now they are defending the score of 168. Certainly a good comeback in the last few deliveries. This has been 3 quick wickets, not giving away any runs. A few moments later, it looked like the Panthers would win this match easily, but then suddenly it was a turning point. Once again, the ball turned away, beating the batsman and the wicket keeper. Suddenly moving towards the fine 3rd man region, but then a good swing bowling by Jaideep. Bowling his natural balls, a leg swing. It moved like a pendulum of the clock. And what a delivery that was, suddenly getting 1 wicket in this over to his name. Jaideep Kohli. Once again played unorthodoxly towards the short fine leg region for a single. And now it will be Sarfaraz who will be batting. It will be a big wicket if the strikers can get rid out of Sarfaraz in this over. The required run rate certainly climbing up to 9.39, and they are going at the run rate of 7.66. Once again, that's been hammered on the back foot towards the long on region. There's a fielder there. But a good piece of bowling and the fielding there. A successful over comes to an end. It's 11 overs gone, 84 for the loss of 3 wickets, Team Petit Panthers. that was a good comeback by Raj and Jasdeep in the previous 2 overs. Once again, it's Raj in the bowling end. And facing him will be Sarfaraz now. Raj suddenly bowling 2 overs, giving away 16 runs and taking 2 important wickets, and that too of Sean and Sachin. This time goes for a big hit. The ball is in the air and that's the maximum. That has covered a lot of distance. Out of the ground for a big 6, and with this 6, it's a 50 up for team Petit Panthers. They cheer up for the batsman. It's a 50 up for Sarfaraz. And certainly that was a big hit out of the park. 2 sixes and 5 boundaries to his name. Sarfaraz playing on 51 of 30 balls. But certainly he needs to carry this on. Once again driven back to the bowler. Apishli, a straight drive. But then only a single. A good sensible cricket by Sarfaraz. Certainly moving the score to 91. But they need to do so because 3 important wickets have fallen in the bowling of Raj and Jasdeep. This time it's been slog sweep. The ball is running towards the long leg region and the ball will cross the fence for a boundary. So good stroke by Samir. It was sweetly timed. He moved towards the off stump and suddenly a slog sweep. Welcome boundary once again for Panthers in this over. One big hit has been come from the blade of Sarfaraz. This time again played up Bishley. The ball is travelling and travelling. That's out of the park from Samir. And with that, 100 comes up for Team Panthers. 101 is the score in the 12th over. Karan sir. And what a shot that was from Samir, bringing the elevation back to the Panthers game. So looking at Sarfaraz, even Samir has now came to the rescue for Panthers. As we say, both the hard hitters in the middle, Samir and Sarfaraz. Once again played softly. And a bit of a misfielding, and the batsman will cross over for 2 important runs. These are the important runs they are scoring. And once again positive vibes back in for Panthers. It's 12 overs completed and they require 66 runs of 48 balls to win this match. So it's Jasdeep back in the attack for Team Strikers. 103 is the score after 12 overs, and what an over that was from Raj. Certainly some big hits coming. This time a miss by Sarfaraz. Wanted to go for a big hit, missing it completely. And certainly if it would have been connected, the ball would have gone out of the park once again. But a dot ball to the over. So dot balls to start the over. Sarfaraz playing on 52 of 33 deliveries. This time again going for the big hit. Got a lime cut. But then a good running between the wickets by Sarfaraz and Samir. He was running towards the danger end was Samir. In the previous over, he hit the ball very well against Raj was Samir, and now he's against Jasdeep. Suddenly not getting elevation, the ball is in the air and the ball bounces off the fielder's hand. It ricocheted and the batsman crossover for 2 important runs. So everything happening in the middle, the runs coming in, the catches being dropped and the wickets being taken. But then the 3 wickets have fallen for the spinners. This time wanted to go for a slog sweep, as we can see in the replay, and suddenly popping out of the hands. As we say, if you want to win the matches, you have to take the catches. This time again, what a good comeback by Jasdeep. This is beating the batsman in the air. A good spin attack by Jasdeep and Raj from Team Strikers. 3 runs have been scored in these 5 balls, which have been bowled by Jasdeep. There's a big appeal. Suddenly doubt in the umpire's mind. He has been given not out. It's end of unsuccessful over from Jasdeep. 13 overs gone. 106 for the loss of 3 wickets. So good over coming to an end by Jasdeep the previous over. Everything happened in the middle, but then both the batsmen were safe. 2 chances happened for Samir, but then he got a lifeline. It's 13 overs completed, 106 on the board for Panthers. And Sarfaraz will be facing Mittal. This time it's been hewed away. The ball's traveling all the way. Bring that ball. It's out of the park. What a shot that is. A stand and deliver from the experienced man. We can say the Bahubali of the team Petit Panthers, showing some strokes in the middle. This is the 14th over in progress. Certainly a big bang from the big man coming at the right moment. Wow, what a shot that was. Certainly around 90 meters, big 6 hidden by the big man. Coming to the rescue for Panthers and once again playing a beautiful knock. 59 not out of 35 balls. Welcoming the bowler with a 6. They need 57 runs of 41 balls. This time it's been slashed hard. Beautiful shot towards the square third man region. The ball crosses the fence. It's a boundary in the over. So everything happening here for Panthers. They restricted them to 168 and now it's the batsman Sarfaraz once again to the rescue. As we can see in the replay, it was a bit over pitch delivery outside the off stump line providing, but and what a slash that was. Firmly slashed and the ball racing down the boundary. Once again, that's been flicked away. Suddenly a misfield won't help that, and the ball crosses the fence for yet another boundary in the over. So the man in the golden touch form is a Sarfaraz. 120 up for Team Panthers. Certainly that came in and he flicked it away towards a deep backward square leg region. This time played softly. Forward defensive shot, not for any runs. Last wicket fall in the form of Rohan. And what an over this has been. First ball going for a 6, then 2 balls again going for the boundaries on the offside and the onside. Once again playing with the bang. That could have been run out. It had if it would have been a direct hit. 13.5 overs bowled. It's 121 on the board. 68 of 39 balls playing is Sarfraz, and Samir playing on 15 of 8 balls. This time played softly towards a short fine leg for a single to end the over. It's 14 overs gone. 122 for the loss of 3 wickets. Team Petit Panthers. The target is of 169. They need 47 to win of 36 balls. This time a good comeback by Jasdeep. Once again, that's been beautifully driven by Samir. A sweep over the deep backward square leg region for a boundary in the over. Certainly, that was pitched on the leg stump line. So the ball coming in and making his mind and beautifully swept away. Yes, that was beautifully driven again by Samir. Once again getting the elevation and playing with the experience in the middle. The score moving on to 126 for the loss of 3 wickets. But then a good comeback by the bowler. So a good comeback by the bowler after being hit for a boundary. Yes, it was a tossed up delivery. And umpire raising the finger. And Samir's short cameo coming to an end. 20 runs off 11 balls, but then he has done his work. And in comes the Fardin. One more big man for the Panthers. Fardin. So at another end, the wickets are falling, and one end there's a Sarfraz. He is holding his nose, and up till it's a 43 required to win this match of 33 balls. Team Panthers. So as we say, that was a sweet revenge taken by the bowler after being hit for a boundary. That was on the leg stump line, flicked away, but then a good running between the wickets by Sarfaraz and Fardin. Certainly was running towards the danger end, was Sarfaraz, but he made sure that he made his ground at the right time. And certainly that's a good day for Jasdeep. Even in the batting he contributed, and now he's back in the bowling attack. This is his third over. He has taken 2 wickets, giving away 11 runs. And for the first time the required run rate is below the current run rate in this match. One more extra run to the total. The score certainly moving to 128 with help of this wide. It's a 14.4 overs bowled and 128 is the score. 41 required of 32. This time playing it on the right moment. Had it been low, that could have been the main wicket of Sarfaraz. The big man to the rescue of Panthers. He knows the importance of this wicket. And if they get it, well, that could be a game for team strikers. But nevertheless, it's a game of cricket. Anything can happen. This time again, cut towards the point. There's a shy at the striker's end. "30 balls, 41 runs. This been driven beautifully. They are going for the couple of runs, and yes, they will get it. And they require 39 runs of 29 balls to win this match. Once again, a good comeback by Kapil. So some sigh of relief for team strikers. They have managed to get a big wicket of Sarfaraz in the form of run out. Fardin and Naved are in the middle. This time getting an outside edge. The ball is racing down the fine leg boundary. I beg a pardon. The ball raced towards a fine third man for a much needed boundary. Certainly it was an over-pitch delivery, and Naveed went for a big slash, and the power of the bat getting an outside thickish edge, and the ball racing down the fine third man region for a much needed boundary. So well, everything happening in the middle. This time again it's been played towards the fine leg region. The ball is racing down. But then a good fielding in the end, resulting for the 2 important runs for Team Panthers. So now suddenly the required run rate coming down to 7.76. This time played beautifully towards the long on. There's a fielder there. They have crossed over for a single, and they'll have to settle for a single there. 32 required of 25 balls. And suddenly what a display of cricket this has been from both the teams, not giving their mark up till the last ball. They want this match to go to the wire. This time down the leg side, it will be one more extra run. So it will be runs for Team Panthers. 31 of 25. $169 is the target. They have reached 138. They have lost 5 wickets. And this time clipped on the leg stumps. Not able to connect it properly. Fardeen in the middle. So it's a 16 overs completed. They need 31 runs to win this match of 24 balls. So here we are back live in action. The 16 overs have been bowled. 24 balls, 31 runs to win this match, and back in attack is Jasdeep Kohli. He has been a pick of a bowlers. 3 overs, 12 runs, 2 wickets to his name. Facing him will be Naveed. The very first ball that kept low, wanted to go for a cut, missing it completely. Dot ball to start the over number 17 for strikers. Once again a tossed up delivery. Suddenly making the ground at the right moment, Naveed. So now the pressure building on for Team Petit Panthers, and on another hand it's the game for Team Strikers. They want to carry their winning streak here. Yesterday they defended the score around 140-150, and today they are defending the score of 168. They need 31 more to win this match of 22 deliveries, but then suddenly 100% marks to both the teams are showing a good cricket in the middle. This time it's been driven straight to the extra cover region for a single, and will be on strike Fardeen. One more big man for team Petit Panthers, who can hit the ball very well out of the park. Has some experience to his tally. This is the second season of My Dad, My Superstar, an initiative by Sportonics, One Team, One Dream, bringing all the fathers together. And what a tournament this has been, representing the children of the schools, and certainly a good sportsman spirit by all the players in this tournament. This time certainly falling short of the bowler there, but then this has been a good display of cricket by Jasdeep and team strikers and Panthers. This time it's been played away on the offside region, and only a single to the total. It's 140, and now they exactly need 29 runs off 19 balls to win this match. Naveed is playing on 10 runs of 9 balls which he has faced. Certainly he has to hit some boundaries. Once again played beautifully on the offside region, but then a good piece of a running between the wickets by both the batsmen. It's 17 overs gone, 141 for the loss of 5 wickets for Team Panthers. And they require 28 runs to win this match of 3 overs remaining. And it's Raj back in attack. Of this time it's been cut very well. The ball is racing down towards the fine third man region, and it's a welcome boundary once again for Team Petit Panthers. And now it's playing an anchor role in the middle after the wicket of Sarfaraz. Can this be a turning moment in the game? It was a tossed up delivery, but then very well played by Naveed, slashing it hard, and the ball racing down towards the fine third man region. Once again driven towards the long off region. There's a fielder there. And certainly going for the second run. He has lost his wicket. Fardin being run out. 145 is the score, and the 6 wicket falls for Team Panthers. So a good short partnership coming to an end between Fardin and Naveed, but then one more athlete legs coming to the middle in the form of Adil, and now it will be the pressure on Adil and Naveed to take this match for Team Petit Panthers. And Raj certainly was a pick of a bowlers, but then getting hit away for some runs by Sarfaraz and Samir. He has conceded away 40 runs, 2 wickets to his name. New batsman at the strike will be Adil. So one more big hitter coming to the crease for Team Petit Panthers. They need 23 runs to win this match of 16 balls. This time played sensibly by Adil towards the mid-on region. They need 22 runs of 15 balls to win this match. Can Raj get one more wicket, or can they go for a big hit this time, getting a lime cut towards the short fine leg? A single in the over. Once again, that's been wristily played by Adil. There's a fielder there, and they are going for the couple of runs, and yes, they get it. So once again, a good piece of running between the wickets by both the batsmen, and with these 2 runs, it's 150 up for Team Petit Panthers in the 18th over. They require 19 runs of 13 balls to win this match, and what a cracking match this has been. This time played loftily, just falling short of the Jasprit, and once again they are off for the second runs. It's 18 overs gone, 152 for the loss of 6 wickets, Team Petit Panthers. They require 17 runs to win this match of 12 balls, Team Petit Panthers. So yes, 2 overs remaining, and Panthers need 17 runs to win this match, and what a seesaw battle this has been between both the teams. Mittal will be bowling the penultimate over. Well, this can be a decider for this match. If Panthers can score around 10 to 15 runs, well, this could be a game for them. And if Mittal gets a wicket or a 2 or puts a pressure in the batsman, that could be a game for team strikers. Nevertheless, it's a game of cricket. It's how you make your day. It's how you keep your composure cool. It's the way you play suddenly will make you feel better. First ball going for a big slash, missing it completely. A dot ball to start the penultimate over. And this will be a nail biting finish. Nothing can be seen till the last ball has been bowled in the match. Once again tapped it towards the offside region. A bit of a fumble, and the score moving on to 153. 6 wickets have fallen, but certainly 100% marks to both the teams, giving up their 100%, not creating any chance for any of them, and taking the match right to the end. One more day and one more big match That was softly played, just falling short of just breathe on the offside region. But the batsman crossing over for a single. It's 154. They need 15 runs off 9 balls to win this match. It's a penultimate over being bowled by Mittal, conceding away 26 runs off 3.3 overs. Certainly that big wicket of Sarfaraz making some count in this match. So once again a good comeback by Mittal. A tight line and length outside the off stump line, keeping it low, keeping it slow, not giving away any room to Naved, because he knows once Naved connects the ball, that will travel all the way. So he's keeping his calm and cool in the middle. Mittal once again in this over. That's been sliced away. The ball is in the air, falling in the no man's land. They are going, and there's a bit of a fumble there. And once again, a good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. .157 is the score. 18.5 overs have been bowled. And certainly what a match. Everybody on the verge of the seats noticing the match here at the Somaya Cricket Ground. And what a match to the venue. The big match at the big juncture. 12 of 7 required. This will depend on how this ball has been bowled. This is the last over coming off the 19th over from Mittal. On strike is Adil. Wanted to go for a cut, missing it completely. A dot ball to end the over. It's 19 overs gone. 157 for the loss of 6 wickets. And the last over coming up. 6 balls, 12 runs to win this match for Team Panthers. So what a match this has been. The match between Petit Panthers and Cnms and Svkm'S strikers. And it will be a pressure bowling for Kapil. Bowling the final over of the match. 6 balls, 12 runs to win this match. And what an initiative by Sportonics, bringing in the My Dad, My Superstar. The first ball that's gone, taking an outside edge, going on the offside region for a single. That was certainly from the bat. 158 on the board. A tense situation here at the ground for both the teams in the pavilion. 11 runs of 5 balls, and what a match you want to notice here at the venue. Everybody on the verge of seats. That who will win, but then the pressure on the batsman and the bowler. This time beating the outside edge. Not for any runs. What a good comeback this has been from Team Strikers. On strike is Adil. On the non-strikers end is Navid playing on 22. But then, yes, it's one more wicket for team strikers. Eleven runs needed of 4 balls, and suddenly that was a good comeback by Kapil. Keeping the ball low, keeping the ball slow, and giving him the words, the captain there, along with Santosh. Yes, that was very well bowled by Kapil, and in the end, it's a comfortable run out by Nitin, taking the bails off at the right moment. Kashif, the new batsman, on strike. He needs to give strike to Naved. He's striking the ball well. Playing on. Oh, suddenly his. On strike is Navid. That's been played towards a long on region. They are completing the first. They are going for the second run. And they will get it comfortably. So it's the final delivery coming. And certainly it will be called as a white ball. Missing the line and length was the bowler. It's 1 run, 7 runs. Can they go for a big hit? 1 ball, 7 runs. So certainly it was a big match between both the teams, the Panthers and the Strikers. Who would have thought that the match would go to the last ball? It's a pressure delivery. And on strike will be Naved. They need to hit for a 6. And yes, it's a legal delivery. And Strikers in the end winning the match by 6 runs. A good sportsman spirit by both the teams in the middle. And what a win this is by 6 runs for team Cnms and Svkm'S Strikers. It was a seesaw battle, but in the end, it's the team Strikers winning the match a cool, composed way. Till then, it's Sagar signing off the things for the day. And here we have the summary. Jasdeep Kohli, the pick of the match, we can say 2 wickets to his name and 46 runs on the board. And in the end, it's Cnms and Svkm'S Strikers winning the match by 6 runs. All the bowlers are giving their 100% for team Strikers, restricting the Panthers to 162, winning the match by 6 runs in the end. Till then, it's a good night and we'll come back shortly.